Hey Vinyasa Warriors, it's Clarissa with Vinyasa Warrior Studio, and today we have a class for you called Total Body Deep Stretch. We will be using equipment today. You will need yoga blocks or some stacks of books, about maybe a couple real thick books on top of each other. You also need a belt, yoga strap, or a folded up towel will work great. That's what I have on hand. That's what I am using today. Other than that, just yourself in a chair. So pull up a chair, take a comfortable seat, and let's get started. Allow your body to arrive in your comfortable seated mountain pose. Take a breath here in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's do that again. Another breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Great job. The next one, take a big breath in overhead, maybe look up, reach up. And as you exhale, let's dive down to fold. Maybe you just fold just hands on the knees, head is now below the heart. Maybe you choose to relax your head and neck. Your next inhale brings you up back to that seated mountain pose. Getting ready for our cat-cow motions. Big breath in, shoulders reach back, chest lifts towards the ceiling. Breath in for cow. Belly out. Exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. A few more rounds. Let's go 2 more rounds. Really stick out your belly on cow. And really round it for your cat. Great job. Back to the center. Take a breath here. Exhale. Now go ahead and let's take our arms just over under arm swings right here. Just opening them up. If your chair has armrests, be careful here. Ideally, you could do this just like this. Now, if you want to do this standing, that is also an option. Just over, under. If you have a little more range of motion that way, your decision. Over, under arms, getting our arms nice and warmed up, ready to go. And then we'll take it for our belt or towel stretches with the arms. We'll be working our entire body. This is a total body deep stretch exercise class. So we are covering all our bases, but let's first get everything nice and stretched out. Maybe now that you've been moving them a little bit more, maybe you have a little more range of motion. Just going over, under, wiggling it all out, breathing. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely job. Shake it out. Get any extra wiggles out. Go ahead and grab your towel or belt. I'm just going to call it a towel from now on, even if you have a belt, since that's what I have. All right, and we are taking it for a nice shoulder stretch. So you'll want to have your towel a little bit wide right here to start. Grab the ends, take it out in front of you, your arms out in front of you, holding onto the towel, and just go straight up over your head. Slight bend in the elbows if you want it. Maybe reach out, maybe just kind of see what's most comfortable in this position, getting a nice shoulder stretch. Now, slowly take your arms forward as if there's something in front of you, between you and the towel. So you can't bring your arms, well, you can do that, but try not to bring your arms toward your body. Really consciously hold the towel away from your body, as far away as you can. reaching it forward, reaching forward and up. Now, if you can, try to take your towel back behind your head just a little micro inch. Maybe breathe, you go a tiny bit farther, maybe not. Maybe you just hover right over your head and that's fine. Opening up those shoulders, bend those elbows. If there's a little bit of tension, we want a nice stretch here, but we never want to pass a barrier of pain. There you go, keep at it. Once it touches your knees, then send it back up, that towel. Maybe go slightly behind your head, then bring it back. Keeping the towel away from you. Nice and slow. Let's go 2 more rounds. Nice and easy and slow. Holding on to the ends. If you want to experiment with having your towel a little bit wider or bending those elbows a little bit, maybe, go ahead with that. We have 1 more round. Keep breathing throughout this process. Lovely job. Now take it, go ahead and shake those shoulders out. We're getting those shoulders worked out. We'll take it overhead again. This time we'll go side to side, okay? So alternating side to side. Whether you want your elbows bent or not, that's up to you. I'm gonna try to keep mine a little bit straighter. Big breath in, everything nice and straight and tall. And take it over to the side. Working on our obliques here. Still getting that beautiful shoulder stretch. You want to add breath to movement. We're inhaling in the center, exhaling as we go to the side. Keep at it. You don't have to dip too far, just a little bend there is all you need. We don't need to go all the way down. So try not to collapse. There you go, holding on nice and strong. Squeezing your core, really feeling those side muscles doing their work. Let's go 3, 2, 1, slowly bend those elbows, bring it down, shake out those wrists. Great job. All right, the next exercise, we will take that towel overhead again. So if you want to do that over under little arm stretch for just a moment, go ahead and do that. Let's take it for a quick tricep stretch. So let's go right elbow behind or beside your ear. Maybe your right palm touches the back of your neck or just below, like where the back of your neck meets your shoulders. One more breath in this position. Go ahead and open it up nice and wide. Maybe let those shoulders fall for a moment, give them a break. Then let's take it left arm up and then back. Elbow beside your left ear, right hand grabs left elbow. Big breath. Let's take another breath, one last breath right here. And as you release, bring everything down, shake it out. Getting ready for a nice twist, okay? So bringing that towel up overhead, maybe elbows are slightly bent, maybe you're taking everything out nice and straight. Big breath in here. And just twist open to the left. Upper body twist, torso twist. If you want to keep those arms bent a little, you can. You just experiment with what feels good in your body today. If having those arms overhead is not working right now, that's okay. Ditch the towel, bring it hands to heart center, twist open to the left. Lots of options here. Hands on shoulders, hands to heart center, hands on hips, or hands on thighs. Either way, you can make your little bar, your little arm bar there. You decide. Otherwise, let's take it for 3, 2, 1. Bring it to the center and down. Shake it out. Same thing, other side. Big breath in when you're ready. Exhale. Next inhale brings that towel up. Your next exhale twists you over to the right. Trying to make your back nice and straight. Maybe your head tilts forward just a touch, or tilts down rather. Keeping everything nice and straight. Your neck is long. And if at any point in time that towel becomes too much, hands to heart center, breath in and twist. One more big breath here. Bring it up. Wonderful. Taking it for some cow face arms. I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm turning to the side. You'll take your towel behind you. I have my towel in my right hand, okay? And just hold it. The top of my fist is pointing down, okay? So my fingertips are facing the camera, all right? That gives you kind of some position. Then you're gonna take your right hand, or your left hand, excuse me, reach behind, fingertips point in opposite directions. So just grab, I'm gonna show you what it looks like here, okay? And what you wanna do is you wanna just crawl those fingers closer and closer to each other. The bottom arm is pulling down, the top arm is pulling up slightly to get a little shoulder stretch. Now, if you want a deeper stretch, you can walk that right arm a little further to the center of the towel. And then maybe the left arm gets close, or maybe even touches that right hand. That is not always possible, so we can slide. We have a lot of wiggle room here. We can slide that left arm down, or try to reach that right fist if you want to. You can even do this without the towel or belt, just reaching the fingertips towards one another, but I really like the way it stretches out your back. So let's take a deep breath in right here. I know this one is challenging, and on the exhale, release everything. Let's take our arms, bring the palms facing up, let them just relax on your body. Close your eyes, big breath in. Exhale to release. Another breath in. Exhale to release. Same thing, other side, okay? So this time, taking that towel, fingertips toward the wall, squeeze the towel with your left hand now. Now my opposite fingers, my right hand fingertips are facing the camera now, okay? So right here, cow face arms, okay. Walk your fists toward one another if you want that. Otherwise, just hang out right where you are a couple breaths. This is an intense stretch, all right? So if you need to reset, let go, or take a sec and wiggle out of the pose, certainly do that. Let's take one more breath here. Gentle release. Set that towel down. We are done with it for a little while. Then we'll bring it back. Give our arms a little break. Let's roll those shoulders back. Wiggle out those wrists. All right, here we go. For the next one, we're going to the spine. We take care of our midsection, spine and the core. So let's do some around the world. So with our around the worlds, we're just taking it forward, really dipping those shoulders down. This should feel really good after all that shoulder work. All right. If you want, let's go the same direction, all right? So to start, I'm going counterclockwise. You can go that way too if you want. Just around and up to the mountain pose. Dipping your upper body around and mountain, around and mountain, just like that. Keep it going. Let's do 2 more on this side. We're going in this direction. Great job. Let's go the other way. Now going clockwise, pausing in the center. Gather yourself. A few more. Let's do 3 more going in this direction. Final one. Back to that seated mountain pose. Lovely job. Let's take a breath here. Getting ready for some low back circles. So almost the reverse of what we were doing. We're going forward and around. Now we're going backward into the center. Okay, so backward, scooping out that belly, pressing the belly button towards the spine in the back of your chair. So you'll really feel that in the low back. That will give you a little bit of release. So let's go the same direction. So I started doing 2 different directions. Let's not do that. Let's go the same direction. So we'll start clockwise, okay? Clockwise. If you need to pause in the middle, pause in the middle. Continue. All right, this one's great for that low back. These low back circles towards the back of the chair. Keep at it. If you need to scoot a little more towards the front of your chair, do that. Let's go 3 more on this side, or in this direction, excuse me. Scoop it out. Lovely. Next side, counterclockwise. Pause in the center. Scoop it out. You can really start feeling this one in your core. This one's really lovely core work. Really effective. Low back stretch here. Let's do 3 more. And when you come to the center, take a breath. And let it out. Oh, great job. Let's take it for a twist. Bringing your right leg up. We've got some options here. Take your left arm, give your right leg a hug. Maybe you hold on and twist open to the right. Okay? So this is option 1. Option 2, grab those books or blocks. To assist, place your right leg, elevate your right leg, and then take it for that hug, all right? So it doesn't need to be all the way hugging up against your body. It can be if you want it to be, but it does not have to be, all right? So you can use it kind of as a little prop and assist in the twist. Or if you want, you can maybe put the ball of your foot on those blocks or books. Just make sure you're not bending into it. We're nice and straight and tall. Hugging that right knee, twisting to the right. And if you want a really, really, really deep hip stretch and twist, no equipment at all, just you, knee hug, and twist to the right. You decide. Your next inhale brings you to the center. Take it to the other side, so with or without the assistance of the blocks, wrapping your right arm or your right hand around your left knee, opening it up to the left side. Big breath. Maybe you find you want a little bit more, so then you come up on the ball of that foot. Maybe the blocks come closer in towards your body. Still twisting, hugging that leg. Big breath. And finally, maybe you don't want those blocks or books at all. Move them out of the way. Left leg hugs into that chest. Big hug. Twist open to the left. These twists are great for the mid-back. And we're also getting a little bonus hip with this little hug twist. Your next inhale brings you to the center. Let's take it for a figure four, all right, or a pigeon. So this one, if you want, you can have a pillow or some blocks here. Rest your arms on there. Or if you need a little less, always an option to come to the back of your chair and just bring your hip open, press, stamp your left foot on your right thigh, okay? So with or without that lean forward, you decide. Try to relax your upper body as much as possible. If you want it over the opposite leg, go ahead and do that. Getting that nice deep stretch in that outer hip. Two more breaths on this side. Go ahead and take your left leg to eagle legs, okay? So you might just cross over your ankles, okay? This is one option for eagle legs, and squeeze your thighs and squeeze your legs towards the midline of your body, really getting that inner thigh stretch, deep stretch there, all right? So big breath in. Maybe you even take your hands and press your thighs together, the outer thighs, so you remember what to do. Squeeze toward the midline. Now, if you have the mobility to cross your legs, that is also an option for these eagle legs, all right? Still pressing towards the midline of your body. Now, I kind of find that I have more of a squeeze or a better leg squeeze experience when I'm just crossing the ankles. However, if you are standing and you use the assistance of the chair, you can do eagle legs. We did right over left, and it's a totally different experience here, okay? So if you want to try standing using the assistance of the chair, squeeze towards the midline of your body, and then your legs kind of intertwine and twist for eagle legs here, all right? So you decide whether seated or standing is best for you, and go there, give it a go, all right? Squeeze towards the midline. We'll squeeze for 10 more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Release, shake out those legs. Maybe windshield wiper side to side. I have my hands on the seat of my chair. Awesome job, just like that, wonderful. Same thing, other side. We'll start with the figure 4 first, okay? So whichever variation of figure 4 or pigeon you'd like to take on the right side, go ahead and go there. Remembering to relax your upper body as much as possible. Releasing any tension you may be holding on to in that outer hip. Always the option to sit back in your chair. Take a more passive figure 4 here. Or get a little bit deeper with that lean. Still relaxing that upper body, not holding any tension in the neck and the head. Making sure your jaw is unclenched. Three more breaths in this position. Your next inhale brings you to those eagle legs. So right leg comes down, then it crosses over your ankle, right ankle crosses over left ankle. And squeeze your legs together towards the midline of your body. Really everything zipped up nice and tight. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze right here. So here's the seated eagle. Or if you are standing, right leg over the left. And you just kind of twist it around. I like to put my toes on the outside of my leg. They don't really reach on this, in this position on this side, but then you squeeze everything together, just kind of position, and maybe you take a little bend in your knees there. But squeeze everything towards the midline of your body. With or without the chair, you decide. Eagle legs. Squeeze, 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 press. We'll hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Shake out those legs. Hold on to the back of your chair. Let's windshield wiper our legs or our feet back and forth. That feels really nice after squeezing everything together. Take a breath here. And when you're ready, come back to our seated mountain pose. We're going to take it straight to a halfway lift position. So keeping everything tucked in nice and tight, breath in, everything straight. Continue to have your body, your upper body straight, but a hinge at the hips, okay? So hinging at the hips, not rounding anything, keeping everything nice and straight. Next, an extension of that spine, nice and straight here for a halfway lift position. Starting to really engage our hamstrings. Those are the muscles behind our thighs, okay? Getting ready to do a little hamstring work. So big breath in. Hinge a little bit further. Great job. Another breath in. Exhale. Your next breath in, take it to airplane arms, palms facing down. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Maybe you lean forward slightly, a little bit more without bending. Let's take one more breath in this position. Your next inhale brings you back up to your seated mountain pose. Great job. Okay, our next step before we get our towel back involved for our lower body portion, we will take it for a straight leg forward fold. I'll show you what it looks like. I am going to turn my chair so you can see better. So with straight leg forward fold, we have some options. I find that blocks and books are a great option for this straight leg forward fold. Maybe you start with your heels, toes pointed toward your face, then feet together, then point the toes. Sitting on the front edge of your chair, making sure your chair is nice and sturdy and stable. When you're ready, big breath in, reach up. Everything's tall. Excuse me. Then when you're ready, you round the back, everything kind of falls forward. And in this position, it is okay to have more of a rounded spine, that's okay. This is a very deep stretch here. So that's why I like the blocks to assist. You can do that even higher if you want. You can stack higher. Remember, it's toes pointed once they're together, reaching up, everything straight and tall, then let everything fall. You decide which position is right for you. Maybe you opt for no blocks at all. This is what that one would look like. So finding your position here where you're nice and sturdy and strong, reaching up, then going forward, folding over. Maybe you feel that a little bit in the front sides of your ankles. Maybe you feel it in the backs of your knees. Let's take 3 big breaths here. You've got it. If you need to back out a little bit, go ahead and back out. If you realize, you know what, having the blocks there, the books there is a great idea. I liked that. Go ahead and put them back. Or if the front sides of the ankles are not having it, just bend those toes towards your face. Okay? But the goal, try to have the toes pointed, everything nice and long, upper body relaxed, not clenching anything. Awesome job. Go ahead and bring it up. Let's take those ankles, wiggle them out, left ankle and right ankle like a dog shaking the water off. Just shake it off. Good job. Awesome. Okay. Then our next one, we are getting to the towel portion, lower body towel portion of our workout. Okay, so bear with me here. These we're really gonna have to breathe through. When I said deep stretch, I meant it. All right, so be gentle with yourself, but try first before you say, it's not for me. Try it first, okay? So big breath in. First thing we're doing is we'll take our right leg. We'll take our towel, okay? Put it underneath your right leg, okay? I'm gonna make sure mine is nice and twisted for you. Okay, underneath your right foot. So right leg is bent. Everything is nice and straight and tall. Big breath in here. And then straighten that leg out as much as you can. Maybe you have like a really big bend in your leg, and that's fine, okay? Straighten it out. Maybe you want a little bit longer. You want a little more slack, okay? And that's okay too. We can take a scarf here as well. Scarf, belt, towel. Stretch out that leg. And if you find yourself leaning back, don't lean back, okay? Get out of that and be as straight and tall as you can. Now, if you want to maybe start a little bit lower, work your way up, that's a good option. Big breath in. If you start to lean, I'm leaning, catch yourself and correct. Breath in. Now, let's see if we can take it a little bit higher, just a little bit. If you need to bend that knee a little bit higher. If you start to lean, correct, bend the knee. Okay. You got this. 2 more breaths here, and then we'll go to a new position. Our hamstrings are always super duper tight. That's a really, really tight part of our body. Spend a lot of time working the quads without realizing it, that we neglect our hamstrings. So let's take it out to the side, right side. Now, if you want to go to the right, lower, do that, okay? Or if those wrists are bugging you, shake them out, and then barely just hover, take it out to the right, okay? Or, but whatever, wherever you're at, challenge yourself, okay? 4 more breaths in this position. You've got it. Stretching it out, going a little higher if you have it in you. Bending that knee if you need it. We've got 1 more breath. All right, rest it on the ground for just a moment. Shake out those wrists. When you're ready, we are taking this same leg, so take it up, nice and straight and tall. Take it over, just slightly over, so up and slightly over the left side for almost like a little mini, like almost a little twist. Look over to the left side, taking your right side over to the left. Stretching out that IT band in this position. If you start leaning, catch yourself, correct. 2 more breaths, you've got this. Awesome job, bring it down nice and easy and slow. Shake those wrists out. We are doing the same thing on the other side, okay? So same thing on the other side. When you're ready, that towel goes underneath the left foot. Now you know what's coming, okay? So make sure everything's nice and straight and tall in your seated mountain. Big breath in. When you're ready, lift that left leg up, then take it out. Nice and straight. Maybe you start low and you ease it up, okay? Your pace. If you're like, hey, I got that, no problem, I'll straighten out that leg, go for it. You've got it. Bend the knee if you need to. If you're leaning, correct, stay straight. 2 more breaths in this position. Let's take it a little bit higher if you have it in you. If you're leaning, don't do it. Correct. Back's nice and straight. If you need to go back to where you were, go back. 1 more breath. Wonderful job. Let's take that heel down, give our leg a rest, or shake those wrists out. Getting ready to take it up and out to the side now. So big breath in, bend that knee. Bring it up, out. Everything's straight, and when it's all straight, maybe you want to twist up your scarf or towel or belt. That might help. Hold on. Take it out to the left side, okay? Big breath in. If you need 2 hands, take the 2 hands. Bend that knee if you need to. When you're ready, bring it back to the center. Set that heel down for a rest. Shake out those wrists. And you know the last one, we're going to take our left leg slightly over the midline of our body. Stretch out that outer hip and IT band. Big breath in. When you're ready, bend that knee, bring it up. Everything's nice and straight before we take it over to the right side. Now, it doesn't have to completely cross over, all right? The idea is just move it over toward the right side, okay? Maybe look over your right shoulder to help out. Back is nice and straight. You got this. 2 more breaths right here. 1 more. Bring that heel down nice and slowly. Release that towel or belt. Put it out to the side. We don't need it anymore. Getting ready for a nice wide slow motion ragdoll fold. So heel toe, feet together, heel toe, your feet apart to a comfortable distance for you. Take a breath in. And when you're ready, chin to chest, we're going slow motion ragdoll fold. Then shoulders come up, maybe forward and down a little bit. Upper back is starting to move. Getting a little bit of that cat arch, chin to chest. A little more of that back, that vertebrae folding over. Keep going, micro folds. Maybe your arms are starting to, your elbows are starting to bend a little more. When you're ready, dive down nice and slow. If you want books or blocks right here, that's a lovely option when we're in ragdoll fold. Nice and easy and slow. Maybe your feet touch the ends of the books or the blocks. And then hang your head down nice and low, if that's in your practice. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Unclench your jaw. Maybe stick your tongue out. Just kind of make sure everything's nice and relaxed. And if you want to fold a little deeper, do that. If you want to ease out of it a little bit, maybe you come up so your head is above your heart. Still, you can just take your neck stretches. Two more deep breaths here. Make this last one your biggest one yet. Gently, slowly come up towards the center. Scoot those blocks or books out of the way. Come back to your seated mountain pose. Everything's nice and relaxed. Our hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in to Total Body Deep Stretch. I hope you enjoyed your deep stretch. And if you did, be sure and tell your friends and family about your chair yoga experience. And definitely email me at clarissa@vinyasawarrior.com for any reviews or feedback you'd like to give me. Thanks so much. Till next time, have a wonderful day.